following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
Welcome to the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports.
Lob past Cooper. Oh, he slams it right over the top of Golden. 15 on the shot clock. Fears down the lane. Right at Golden. Back shot good. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Fears. Here's a three from the wing. It's good. MSU gets another three.
Jackson Kohler with his fourth three of this game.
He got it.
It is time for the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show. Tonight's show is sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance, Simple Human Sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. And Coors Light, choose chill. Now, with Michigan State head basketball coach Tom Izzo, here's the voice of Spartan basketball, Will Tieman.
And a pleasant good evening to everybody around the great state of Michigan and beyond. And welcome into the Tom Izzo Show. As always, brought to you by our friends at Auto Owners Insurance. And we are live at One North Kitchen and Bar here in East Lansing. And if you want to join our audience for any of the MSU Coaches Shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. Welcome in my co-host, Mike Garland, as well. And a lot of things have been going on. By the way, Happy New Year to everybody. It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
You okay, Tom?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you?
I'm good. So where do you want to start? There's a lot of things that have happened since our last show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we lost the game.
We did.
So I always start on the negative and work my way up. So, we had a tough game at Nebraska. I really was kind of proud of my team, how they played. And I was really upset with my team, how they played. I thought without Devine and the situation, and he had been starting, and we got a little rotation. And then we just didn't play that good, and mostly it was turning the ball over. I mean, we stepped out of bounds twice. We went off our foot twice. I mean, that's 4 of the 20 right there,
Right.
And yet we got beat by a good team, as they went to Ohio State last night and won. So we got beat by a good team, and I was really concerned about USC. They are really talented. I mean, really talented. And yet, 11 new guys from last year. And as I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It didn't look to me that it worked last night. They just didn't seem in sync. And yet I think we had to give us some credit. We did seem like we came off a loss and responded like you'd hope your team would.
Defensively, we talked about this on the post-game chat. Defensively, the team seems pretty dialed in.
Well, last night, you're right. Last night we were, but I thought for the 4 games before that, at Penn State, Toledo, Oakland, Cornell, Nebraska we were too, but I didn't think we were. Teams were shooting a lot higher percentage from the 3 against us, and we were ranked at one time 4th in the country, but now we are ranked 2nd in the country in total defense. So we're getting that back. Our rebounding's been very good. And we're shooting the 3 ball a lot better, almost 37%. But, it's a long season yet.
I do. I mean, everybody here at One North has a little sign that says 750. And it was interesting. Matt and I, last night after the game was over, we mentioned that you had won 750, but we decided not to make a big deal out of it with you because we thought you just sort of like say, what's wrong with you guys? It's just, and you did it here tonight. You told everybody it's only half. It's not 800.
Aren't you glad I'm consistent?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
No. You know what? I know this will sound crazy, but Jack Ebling's here somewhere, and he's the guy that every year, every week, every month, he gives me all these stats. And otherwise, I'm still a guy that just cares about the banners. You can hang one of those, they last a lifetime. These don't. Any stats don't last a lifetime. So it's nice. It's nice that the school put up with me. It's nice that I stayed here. It's nice that the players, so many players had so much a part of the 750 wins. That's pretty awesome. And assistant coaches, Mike had a big part in a lot of those wins. In fact, I think with you, Mike, you had a part. I think I have 300 losses. I think you have a part in about 250 of them.
It's always on me, folks. But you know what, Tom? You got to be proud, because when we first, we got together and you took over the job, you used to say to us, as staff, young staff, we hadn't won a game yet, and you used to say, hey, we'll never catch anybody in terms of winning games, but we can catch everybody by winning championships and putting up banners. But hey, guys, think about it. This guy is actually caught up with everybody else in games too. So that's I love him for that. I love him for
I guess if you stay around long enough, that you have a chance. But we did used to talk that way in the office when we first got the job, and maybe most of the reason was because there were a lot of coaches, Mike Krzyzewski,
right.
Let me think, Barnes at Tennessee, Tubby. A lot of those guys started coaching when they were in their late 20s.
Yeah, Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight, so Dean Smith started earlier. So, I didn't do that, so I knew I didn't have a chance at some of those things. But I'll take banners over numbers any day of the week.
Well, we got some banners, and he's got some numbers to boot. Hey, by the way, when you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local teams across the Midwest, from the big league stadiums to the neighborhood ball fields. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. This is the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance, right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Alumni is on again. Aren't they the best? They are unbelievable. They really look good in those shirts, and they sound good. And God, I was proud of them.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams.
It's amazing that some of those people now are 50 years old. Nothing wrong with being 50, but I've been around for all those years.
Chill. Coors Light is cold lager, cold filtered, and cold. That makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better.
Even their coach.
Welcome back to the Coach Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, I'd like Tom to lead you down two different paths in this segment. One is, at the end of the game last night, Tom grabbed the mic after we beat USC, and he addressed the audience. And I thought maybe for those that didn't hear you at the game or hear you talk about it in the post game on the radio, maybe you could tell them what you said to the folks.
Well, every year, for about 15 years, we had a banquet or just a little dinner for them. And just because of everything that's happened, once COVID came, that kind of went away. And now people are coming in from California. We had one from Hawaii. We have New York. We had one from Alaska. We had Florida. Some of these people come a long ways. And some of them, come a bunch of fraternity brothers. Some of them come a bunch of sorority sisters. Some of them actually bring their families and their kids. And it's been so cool to watch the evolution of all this. And I just said, man, I don't get to talk to them. So since we were ahead by enough, I told our guy, asked them if they'd stay. They did. So I put off my TV interview for them and went out and just thanked them. That's all. I thanked them. I think we're something like 12 and 14 and 1 or something when they come back. And the average margin of victory, and it's always, they're usually a pretty good game, has been fairly high. So that's been pretty cool.
Well, that's the kind of the good news. And a lot has happened in the world of college basketball since our last show. And it all centers around some of the craziness of no rules or regulations. But I just thought now that the smoke is cleared a little bit, Tom, could you talk about what is going on with the ability to grab guys who have signed pro contracts? At least the NCAA has said if you've signed an NBA contract per se, you can't come back to college. But it just seems nutty now that we saw it last night. USC had a kid that came in at the semester break. I mean, has anybody talked to you about what's going on?
His look says it all.
Last time, 2 weeks ago, I opened my mouth and I kind of laugh about it now. But I got texts from people you just wouldn't believe about, how much they agreed with what we're saying. I'm just trying to figure out. There are no rules. And when they came out with that rule, that only lasts until a lawyer sues them. And then there won't be that rule either.
No, you got it wrong.
What's
with
that?
The NCAA, just the threat.
The threat.
They break down. They don't even wait
so,
to assume.
As you can tell, you're talking to two guys that aren't fans of what's going on down there. And, this is the way I look at it. And I'll say it to you guys. I look at it as when you're in a leadership position, you have to make decisions. You have to make statements. You have to do things that are not popular. If everything's popular, you're probably not doing a good job. And I just want somebody from the NCAA to come out and say, no, I think the coaches are crazy. No, I think this. No, I don't think it's right for the kids. Whatever their belief is, but you got to have one. You can't just be wishy-washy. But again, I'm not a big political guy, and a lot of politicians are wishy-washy. So, boy, I gotta watch it. You get me in trouble, I'm gonna throw this damn pen at you. But
when talking about politicians, don't worry about it.
Okay. But I really, it's really sad what's going on. I'll just put it to you this way. I'll tell you a quick little story that I told the media. So I had a press conference right after practice. I went there and somebody brought up this thing at Baylor. And they said, well, he's a friend of yours. I said, okay, played him 2 years ago. And I said, nothing against Scott. I said, I just don't agree with it. And then I had to go up to a quick meeting with my guards. So I said, I'll come back down in a minute. So I went up there and all the guards were in the meeting room. And one of them asked me, hey, Coach, what did you think went on Baylor? They just want to get their dig into me like you do. They just want to get me going a little bit.
Wait a minute, I'm on the good team. I thought I was on the home team here.
No, you brought it up. You're not on the home team. So I said, Cohen, let me put it this way. How you playing? I'm playing okay, but I got to get a lot better. And, he really gave a good answer, and he's a great kid, as Mike knows. And I said, well, how would you feel if I just went out and got Miles Bridges and Jaren Jackson and told them to come back, and you and Jackson Kohler are out, just for the semester. You'll be sitting on the bench, and I'll play those guys, try to win a championship. And everybody started laughing, except Cohen.
It wasn't funny.
And Cohen's looking at me, and I won't give you the exact words I used, but my phrase was, "Don't worry, Cohen. You're at Michigan State. That won't happen here."
Right.
And I got to be fair to all of you that are clapping. Gary, my good friend, there's going to come a day in the near future you're going to be mad too, because talent is talent. And everybody wants, you saw it 2 years ago. Everybody wanted me to go in the portal for all these big name guys. And listen, I don't begrudge those that do it. I understand. I mean, last night the team had 11 new players, and really talented and really expensive. And I just have no interest. I want to coach guys that want to play for the name on the front. I want to coach guys that want to care if the zone comes or goes, or care if our fans are here or there. I don't need people that are just in and out for a cup of coffee. And yet I can't begrudge people that are living that way. And they're going to probably end up smarter than me in the end. But I'm going to feel good about the way it's been done. And hopefully it can get us all where we all want to get to. But if not, I'm going to sleep okay. Okay? I'm going to sleep okay.
And we did win the Big Ten by 3 full games last year, doing it the way we do it. Every Spartan knows everyone needs a timeout every now and then, so why not take yours at the beach? Myrtle Beach is home to 60 miles of warm, sandy beaches, over 2,000 restaurants, and much more. Enter now for your chance to get away and win your very own beach break getaway. Compliments of Visit Myrtle Beach. Go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/MSU to enter. Your ultimate beach break is just a click away. Well, we are live from Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Tom Izzo. And our show is presented by Auto Owners Insurance, as you're listening to the Tom Izzo Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Hear that roar? That's the sound of Spartan Nation. And Dean Trailways is right there, every mile of the way. As the official ground transportation provider of Michigan State Athletics, we connect Spartans to championships. For every game, every practice, every victory, we deliver it. Elite service that powers the green and white. When you demand championship-level transportation, Dean Trailways is your winning drive. Become part of our team at DeanTrailways.com.
The Spartan Media Network when you need it. That's right. The Spartan Media Network now is on podcast platforms. Did you miss a MSU Coaches Show or want to check out exclusive interviews? Well, check out the Spartan Media Network and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Spartan Media Network, now at your fingertips.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
And we're back live on the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And don't forget, brunch is better at One North Kitchen and Bar. Every weekend, enjoy chef-made dishes, mimosas, and good company just north of campus. Well, Mike, I think there's something on your mind.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys something. And there's a little method to this madness. When is the last time that our crowd stormed the floor? You can't remember it, right? The reason I asked that question,
I think it was Wisconsin.
The reason I asked that question is because when your fans stop storming the floor, you know you're an elite program. That's right. Think about that. When Nebraska beat us, what did they do? They stormed the floor.
You know, they asked me that, Mike, in the locker room after if I minded. You know, like they could tell the fans were going to come out, you know.
Right.
So all these cops come over and run up to me, and I said, "Get your hands off me! Get away from me! You know, what are you doing? I want to enjoy this. You know, I know it's got a little bit of danger if somebody's an idiot, but for the most part, I love it.
So do I.
I love it.
And you know what, Tom? It's a compliment.
That's what I told my
It's a
team.
compliment.
I said they
You're
wouldn't
good
be
enough
storming
to-
the court if
right.
they beat
Right.
so and so.
You're good enough to have the
it was
opposite
kind of,
team storm the floor when
you
they
know,
beat
for
you.
for Fred and you know, of course, his son Jack played for me, and his wife was there, and you know, he's gone through some tough times there, and I mean, if it had happened to me, I'm kind of glad it happened there. But it was, you know, he tried to tell his team the same thing, you know, but first time it's okay.
Yeah.
It just can't happen again, or that means you've gone downhill.
So do you guys remember the first time it happened?
First time?
Yeah.
I think the first time.
First Big Ten champion.
I think it was at Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. That was a great story. So we're playing Indiana down there.
Right.
We got Zach Randolph.
Right.
and
When
Jay
they beat us,
Rich,
we won.
and a guy hit a 3 or 16-0, right?
Right.
Something like that.
Well, we had won like 26 or 7 in a row or something.
Yeah,
from the
because it
previous
dated
year.
back to the
Yeah.
national championship, and it was the
Right.
next year.
Right.
I think we were 16-0 that year. And a guy that we recruited,
Hastings,
hit a shot at the buzzer right over Zebo. And they started coming out of that. I mean, it was an ambush. And the cop that at Indiana, they have a cop take care of you. I don't know why, you know, but and so the cop comes running over and grabs me, and I said, "Get away, get away, get away." And I sat on the table, the scorer's table, and I said, "It'll be a cold day in hell before I miss Indiana storming the court because they beat Michigan State.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy every single minute of this."
Crazy.
And as upset as I was that we lost, I enjoyed every single minute of it. I really did. And that was a happening. Yeah, that was
blue
strange.
blood storming the court.
Yeah.
For the little pitiful Michigan State program that came from them. How about
Yeah, that was
How
really
about
something. That was a great shot too. I
How
mean,
about
it was defended pretty good. By the way, we have a mic here. If anybody wants to ask Tom questions, I mean, it's right there. Just walk on up and ask him something if you want to.
Come on up.
Come on up. Well, it's now time for Alumni Hall trivia. Today's winner will receive tickets to our next home game, which is Thursday. Boy, they're coming fast, aren't they? Got Northwestern rolling in, and you get a $25 gift card to Alumni Hall. So here you go. This was a great moment, as it turned out. So back in 2018, Michigan State beat Northwestern for the biggest comeback ever in the history of Big Ten basketball, and that record still holds. At one point, the Spartans trailed 43-16. Now, keep in mind, we're in the middle of a Big Ten championship hunt. Northwestern is having a tough year. It's one of those games you just can't lose, and we're down 43-16. That got erased.
That was when Mike was he took my spot for a while.
I sure do. During the comeback, too.
Yeah. We win at 65-60. So the question is, which Spartan led the way with the most points in that comeback effort. What guy got the most points and led us back to this unbelievable win that helped us win a championship? So we got a mic up here if anybody's got the answer. So give you a little time to think about it. And we'll be back with more of the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of airballs and alley-oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU basketball games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU basketball. Go green, go white, SeatGeek.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.uofmhealthsparrow.org.
Experiencing a Spartans game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the field, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of Michigan State athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
And thanks for joining us for the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Well, the Alumni Hall trivia question is a simple one. When we went to Northwestern, and they were playing in a temporary facility of that game, they were at the Allstate Arena because they were renovating their place at the time, and they were coming off a great season, their first ever NCAA tournament trip. But they weren't that good in 2018, and we needed to win a game, and we're down big, 43-16, and came back. And this fellow not only had the most points, but his points all came after we were down 43-16. So we have somebody in the audience who thinks they know who this person is.
Cassius Winston.
You're right.
Yes, Cassius Winston. Yeah. So in one of the things I remember, you're down and we were coming back before halftime, and everybody talks about, well, we're going to we only need to pick up 6 points in all these 4-minute increments. Well, when we came out of the locker room, you thought it was a 3-minute game the way Winston was running up and down that floor. I mean, in no time, we're tied in that game, and it was crazy what he did. And I'm just curious what you said to all your guys at halftime. I'm sure you were tickled pink with everything. But boy, did they come out and play. You got to put that mic on, Tom. It's
I probably what I said you wouldn't want to hear on the mic. You know what? It's I remember that game a lot. Jaron Jackson played really well in that game too. And we had so many Michigan State fans there that after the game, you were there? Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool, right?
Great.
What's that? It was?
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people were there. Yeah. Well, where the hell were you the first half?
We were there.
Yeah, it was like you say, a historic night. And the neat part is how fast we came back.
Right.
And it was tough, though. It was tough because Chris, good friend, and that was a tough game on them.
Yep, it was tough. But what a great win for Michigan State. And so anyway, Here's another good thing. We're going to talk about the Abud Law Firm and their sponsorship of the Beyond the Arc campaign. Every time we make a three, they donate $25 to the Izzo Legacy Foundation. And that's a big thing. And we made jokes earlier because at the beginning of the season, the Abud Law Firm had more than enough money to cover what we were doing. But since that time, the team is lighting it up. And we're now at 117 threes. That's about $3,000 already, and we're still rolling, and that's pretty good. Pretty good.
It is, but I don't think we're catching our women, are we?
Well, we'll see.
131?
Oh,
wow. And you know what?
Wow.
They had a big win at Indiana. Then they won a tough game at home against Illinois. And Robin's done a hell of a job, too. You know, we got basketball, and hockey right now rolling pretty good. So we should just end the season now and all enjoy it.
I'm doing a little math here. So 131 times $25 is 3,200 and change. So last year we were at about 10 grand collectively. Right now we're over 5,000 already. And we got a lot of basketball to go. That's pretty good.
That is good.
So anyway, when we come back, I'm going to take us off track a little bit. Mike Garland wrote a book, and I want to talk a little bit about the book. Okay? We'll be back with more of the Tom Izzo Show in a moment, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. But first, a break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Auto Owners Insurance presents the Tom Izzo Show, and welcome back, everybody. Hey, by the way, frankly, you want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on all the Spartan Sports Network affiliates, presented by Frankenmuth Insurance. Find a local independent agent near you by visiting fmins.com. Well, before we talk about Mike's book, I want to talk a little bit about Debbie Harris. She's sitting over here. This show is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. They've been our title for a long, long time. She's worked at Auto Owners for over 31 years. She's retired today. Let's give her a round of applause.
Really?
Maybe we could autograph something for her.
Why? Why are you retiring? You know, everybody, all my friends that are retiring, I say, why are you retiring? Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah, maybe I should. No, you shouldn't retire. I said, why should I work and you retire? Well, thank you for all you've done for us. And I hope retirement brings you a lot of happy days. Maybe you could write a book like Mike Garland when you get, during your retirement.
The speaking of retirement, when Judd had his first press conference after he stepped down as head basketball coach, he made the comment. He said, "Well, now I can finish my book." And the follow-up was, "Well, you're writing a book?" He said, "No, I'm reading one." It's a great line.
That was Judd.
Yeah. Mike Garland wrote this book. The name of the book is A Golgi. And I have two questions for him, but the one I want to throw out there first is, why did you write the book?
Well, it's there was always a discussion between Tom and I, and we used to talk about different books, and of course
he wrote one because he never read one.
That's about right. That's about right. But
oh man,
he said, you got to write a book, and why don't you write the book? So I kind of kept a promise, as I've always kept to him, that I would write the book. So the book is essentially about relationships and how we built this program on relationships, because through relationship-driven leadership, that leads to relationship-driven living, which essentially becomes relationship-driven success. And that's what Michigan State is all about.
Yep.
And that's what the book is about, and how I use the stories of different stories and things that behind the scenes stories that we went through at different times to explain exactly how basketball can be used to also help you be a successful winner in the game of life. So in a nutshell, it's really about Tom and his success.
And it's a really good read, and some of the stories are really, really good. So I want to hit you up with two things. Number one is a little line you had in the book. You said more games are lost than won.
Yes. Tom, you know where I got that from? Charlie Cole.
Yeah.
Charlie Cole, you guys probably never heard of this guy. He's probably one of the best basketball minds ever to coach the game. Was really good friends with Tom and I. And when you think about it, more games are lost than won. All this stuff, he's winning. So a lot of times you have to take into account that the other team lost the game. So that I thought that was a big thing. And I think that happens in your life, in general. You lose,
And there are some great stories in this book, and I want Mike to go through one. I'm remembering the movie Hoosiers. They're getting ready for the last shot, and they're going to have the guy, Jimmy be the decoy, and the team is like, they don't look right. They don't want to do that. So anyway, that caused another discussion in that huddle. Well, in this book, there's a discussion about a huddle as MSU is trying to get its way to a Final Four. So I thought I'd let Mike tell you that story because it was pretty fun.
Well, we were actually talking about the national championship in our Iowa State game, which was the most pivotal game in Tom's career and really in the history of Michigan State, because that's the year we won the national championship. And we had gotten down in the game, and there wasn't much time left. We had made a comeback to Iowa State, tremendous team, and we're in the huddle. As I recall, we were down 1. And Tom calls a timeout. We come to the huddle. We're down in front of the team. Tom draws up a play for Morris Peterson to get the shot. He looks up, and he says to him in his own Tom Izzo way, "What the is wrong?" And everybody just kind of look. And Tom has the grease board, and Mateen Cleaves takes his hand and wipes out the play. Yeah, wipes out the play. So he says, "Well, what's the deal?" He says, "Coach, Andre Hudson has brought us back." Now, you got to keep in mind, Andre Hudson on that team was the 5th option offensively. And Tom is like, "Are you brain dead?" And he says, "No, we got to get him the ball." So Tom draws up the play. And he brings Morris Peterson off of a baseline stagger to pass it in to and pass it into Andre Hudson. And when he does that, he puts the playback out and he looks back up and said, so what's wrong now? What the heck is wrong now? And Mateen Cleaves wipes it out again. And this time he says, no, coach, make me Pete, because I'm going to make sure that Andre gets the ball. Now, of course, we designed the play.
Did he know Morris couldn't pass?
Yeah, that was the key. That was the key. He knew that Morris probably wouldn't get the ball in there. Morris could shoot it, but he couldn't pass it. Neither did he want to know how to pass it, but that's another story. But anyway, of course, Andre goes on, hits the shot, gets an and one. We go on to win the game. But I want to say, and in the book, I say this. That was a great example of relationship. Tom trusted his guys in the most important game of his career and in our program. And our guys trusted that he would trust them. And without that relationship, that would have never happened. There's not very many coaches in the country that would have trusted their team to say, hey, coach, I think we ought to do this. So
you know why
I give credit to him.
You know why I did that? Because if it didn't work, I'd have blamed you or Mateen.
I know you would.
So I'm not as dumb as you think. But that is a true story, and there's a lot of them in there. But you know, it is funny when you say it about relationships, because I think that's what I garner most, even with our student sections. But that's what I think they're going to miss the most if this changing world doesn't get some guardrails on it, because there is nothing like the relationships you have with players. Nothing. They say it in football a lot. You hear it now in the NFL at this time about locker rooms. You know, locker rooms are sacred places, boy, and there are things that happen in those locker rooms on the way to the Final Four that were unbelievable, and it took a bunch of people to hang together. So I would say that use that with your own kids, you know, use that with your own family. Relationships matter, and they're always going to matter. It's just a matter of how much they matter, and that's up to you.
Yep.
And Will, if anybody wants to purchase my book, just go to my website, MaximumExecution.com, and you can get it. And if you get it, I'll sign it and send it back to you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and by the way, there's some really good stories in here, and I thought I knew most of them, and I'm reading this book going, are you kidding me? How did I not know that? It's really good. It's really a good read.
Bring some next week, she said.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I will.
What do you think? It's an NCAA violation or
Yeah.
what? There are no violations. That's awesome.
You got to remember, when I came here, we couldn't give a guy a Coke, but we go on probation.
You know what?
You guys don't believe that.
That's a
if
true
we gave
story.
a guy a can of Coke, we'd go on violation. We'd be in violation and lose scholarship.
Let me ask a question. I know we got a
From
commercial.
one extreme to the
Who's
next.
going to win the college football? Michigan kid.
That's what
I like it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty consensus, Indiana. Boy, you guys really take chances. They're the favorite, aren't they? He's done a good job there. I hope Indiana does, because I hope a Big 10 team wins, and I'd rather it be a original Big 10 team than a new Big 10 team.
Absolutely.
Whoa. I will tell you, since he went down that path, we were talking about our game with Nebraska, and they were the favorite in that game, and they've got this great long winning streak and everything. And he looked at me and he goes, isn't this a little bit like me saying that Alabama is an underdog to Indiana in football? I guess it was better when he said it, actually. But actually,
no. But you talk about changing times. You know, I mean, wow. You had to be at Nebraska. It was, you know, it was one of those memory-making moments, even with a loss. It was The people were so excited. It was so good. It was good. I just wish we would have won, and the same people could have screamed until the last second. They lose, and then we both would have been happy.
We both would have been happy. Hey, Spartan fans, carry the only colors in your wallet with an MSU FCU Visa credit card featuring the iconic Spartan helmet. Earn cash back on purchases and show your pride with every swipe. Visit MSUFCU.org today. MSU Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Michigan State. We are live with the head coach of the Spartans, Tom Izzo. And tonight's show is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You're listening to the Tom Izzo Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Spartan fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of airballs and alley-oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU basketball games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU basketball. Go green, go white. SeatGeek.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys.
Am I on?
Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North Kitchen and Bar, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
Yeah.
And we're back with more of Spartan Basketball and Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And don't forget, Michigan State basketball is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Rocket is helping Americans own more of America. Your journey starts with rocketmortgage.com. Rocket, own the dream. Well, you wanted a question, Tom. We got a question.
Hi, Tom. First of all, thanks. Congratulations on 750, and we're
Thank you.
very spoiled fan base to have you around. Jackson Kohler was introduced as Psycho last night, and I just wondered if lots of good nicknames on the team, or if you have a favorite nickname from one of the players.
Psycho is a pretty good one for him.
It is.
But Flight 55 is a pretty good one for Cohen.
Flight 55.
But, it is funny. There's not as many nicknames as there used to be back in the day, But it's a good question. I don't have a good answer for you. What was mine?
Ooh.
My nickname was Poncho.
How'd you get that one?
I don't know. You think I made up my own nickname or what?
I was just curious. I know OG's still around the program some, but who has replaced them? Like, I know you used to be the one making sure they're going to class in the morning, telling stories at the hotel the night before. Like, who's kind of taking on that role?
I tell my staff once in a while, I got to bring Mike back for the night before at the hotel because he had the best stories, man. And I don't have a good one. Thomas Kelly's trying to do it, but he's not as skilled as Mike, nor is he as old as Mike. So he doesn't have as many good stories. But, as far as checking the classes, and I know you're not going to believe this. I got so many damn good students that I don't have to check the classes much.
It's a different deal. Yeah,
That's true.
that's great.
I'm not saying I had bad ones, but there was a couple of years Mike ended up 150 pounds by the time the season was over. It was he had a lot of work to do, but now it's been good. Mike's still around a lot. We still talk. He comes in the office, comes to a lot of practices. So we miss him, but I'm happy he's doing what he's doing, saving lives and helping people with their hearts and join his grandkids. That's kind of what's important to me for him.
How about, have you gotten used to the fact that you have a new nickname, Grandpa? Twice?
Yeah, 2 grandkids. It was fun at Christmas. That was good. I have a little 3-month-old now, or 4 and 2.5, and so the 2.5, that was kind of fun. The other one didn't quite know what was going on yet, but it was getting used to it. It's a good thing to get used to.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, they, we've been talking about relationships. We did a wonderful interview with Jackson Kohler. It's a profile piece. And one of the questions I asked was, what's 4 years with Tom Izzo like? Okay, when he got done laughing, when he got done with that part of it, he talked about the relationship and he wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And at the game last night, it appeared you were having a discussion with him about something. But in the middle of it,
did you do that interview before that or after that?
We did before, but in the middle of it, you looked like you were laughing about something.
Yeah, sometimes, man, it's never as interesting as it used to be with Draymond in those huddles. In fact, not even close.
Not even close.
But there are some times when it's great, and I am a different head coach. I love when my players come at me.
Right.
Because they are warned. They can do it any single time they want.
Yeah.
But they better bring the damn goods when they come in.
That's true.
And he started wailing, so I just asked him where he wanted to go to eat after the game. So we just talked. We argued about different restaurants.
I bet. Okay. Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. We'll be back with more of the Coach Tom Izzo Show right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting "shoot it," and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Spartan fans, are you looking to grow with a company that cares about you, the environment, and your community? At Shupan, our commitment to a better world goes beyond recycling. We're a leading metals and plastics processor, recycler, and manufacturer, and we're looking for you. Join our team and find a career where you can grow and receive competitive wages, benefits, and monthly incentives. You'll be part of a team that's building a more resourceful future. Find your purpose and your career at Shupan.com. That's SCHUPAN.com. Go green.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
Tell him. I bet you we could help.
And
out.
thanks for joining us and the Spartan fans around the state here at 1 North for the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And don't forget, we are live from 1 North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing for all the Spartan Coaches shows. 1 North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Well, we have a moment here. I try to do this every week, and I kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Thanks to Chris Ordaway, producing here in 1 North. Gage Dansby back there with our video stream. He's always smiling back there. And back producing in the studio, Matt Contreras Valenzuela. This poor guy, I butcher his name every time. But I'm working on it.
Contreras Valenzuela.
Thank you. You know what I should do? I should just have Tom record that. When I get to the thank yous, I just hit the button and we're good.
He better know how to pronounce that name, or Loopy will kill him.
So anyway, locker room after the big win against USC.
Yeah, it was fun. Coach Fitz had about 12 recruits up and asked if he could take them into the locker room, and so they were at the game, and I talked to him before the game, and so they came in after, and our players were just great with those kids, and those kids were great with us, and it's just some of the fun things you get to do in this job. You get to see other people and other recruits and other sports, and so it was festive. It was good down there. Everybody was happy, and we played well, and so those are good locker rooms.
And so when you think about it, you talk to you guys about working hard in the memories. In the last 10 seconds we have here, that's a moment that kind of pays off a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. That's what life is. It's a bunch of chapters of memory-making moments, and hopefully we can have one Thursday. Northwestern comes in here. They haven't won in the league yet, but they've played 2 games down to the wire. They should have beat Minnesota. They had them beat the whole game, and Ohio State was a 3-point game. So Chris has done a good job. It comes down to our players got to keep playing better. We got to keep getting better. If we keep getting better, this will be a big week, and then we got Indiana, and then we go on that West Coast trip. So it's important that we get some home wins.
And if you can't get to the game, hope you can join us on the radio. We take the air Thursday against the Wildcats. We take the air at 5:30. So we hope you can join us there, and hope you can be back to our next Tom Izzo Show. Thank you very much.
You've been listening to the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by 1 North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Coors Light, choose chill. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. The Tom Izzo Show is a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time on this network station for all the Spartan basketball action on the Spartan Media Network.